Is fear of God good or bad? What the fear of God good or bad? Definitely, if you know the story, if you come to understand all the written in by the epics of Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram, Paramahansa, Sai, Meera, Sahajullah, Laoje, Socrates and Krishna, whatever books it is written, if you go and search those books and read those books, it is always written there that if you live with the fear inside, it means you are not going to reach the God home. Inside fear, no fear, but the fearless state. When the fearless state comes inside, then only the God appears. Otherwise, if you say, is fear of God good or bad? Even you have the fear of God, then also you are not getting to the track. Because God is not at your side. Unless God comes at your side, the living God, then only you will have the fear, because He will make you to get to the right track. Question is, the five vikars nowhere mentions fear. Is fear of God good or bad? Is an enlightened soul or saint afraid of God? Please throw light on this. The question asked is, the five vikars nowhere mention fear. Is fear of God good or bad? Is an enlightened soul or saint afraid of God? What the God is, what that vikars, fear, good or bad, enlightened, these words are all created by us. Meaning of these words are also given by us. So words or anything created by us, whatever meaning we give to the words, is all Maya. Because you, when ask with the I, with the body, everything is Maya. So all the words are Maya, all the questions are Maya, and all the answers are Maya. Then what actually is left when there is neither the question nor the answers? When there is no words, then everything in complete silence. When you are going with the flow, you are not going against the flow. You have just left yourself in total. That the state of mind where you are neither the favorable nor the opposable, where you are not in favor of anything, not against of anything. Because where you go against of something is also created by the God. When you go in favor of something is also created by the God. everything, all that visible in the world or invisible, let it be the things living or the non-living, is created by the one. So object is also made by God. Subject, the I, we, is also made by the God. And between the subject and the object, the verb, the action of the subject towards the object, so action is also made by God. So the subject, the object, and the action in between, because when you take action, you need a subject and the object. Action means there is a doer, and what he is doing, there must be something. For example, I eat food. I eat pizza. I drink juice. When you say I drink juice, I eat pizza, the subject I and the food, the drink, is the object, and in between the drink and eat is the verb. We have read it. We have already read it in the beginning of our school time. But our teacher was materialistic, Mayavi, the dead teacher. He was teaching about the dead things. He was giving us the dead knowledge. Dead knowledge means he was giving the knowledge for the body. That's why we could achieve few marks in the class, and we never went beyond the marks. There was nothing like practicality in our life. So all the teachers in the academic or the professional schools are not doing anything other than the materialistic, the dead education. So what education you get is the materialistic, Maya, dead body education. And dead body education will only take you outside in the world, in the dead things. So, as you are not aware of the life, about the life, that the subject, that's why everything is connected with the dead things, the dead subject and the dead object, and the action also come in between, is actually between the two dead things. Object is dead, subject is dead, so between two dead, action is also dead. And when in lifetime you come across the live teacher, because these all were the dead teachers, those who taught in the school colleges, let it be your medical MBBS degree, MD degree, advocate degree, judge degree, politician degree, any degree. Whatever you got in the world, whatever you became, all the studies are dead, because everything is connected to the dead body. Everything is connected to the dead body. Your subject is dead. When subject is dead, object is already dead. Whatever things in the world, whatever faces in the world are going to die one day. So when you are dead, important, when you are dead, I is dead, then dead is connected with the dead, the verb will also become dead. So these three, when joins together, everything washed, everything goes in waste. At last, dead objects gone, dead actions gone, and dead body gone. So with the dead body, dead subject, dead object, and the dead action, between the two dead, action becomes dead. So these dead are working with the deads. And that is the main reason That is the main reason of your disturbances, your sad mode, whatever you are, wherever you are, even you get one room kitchen, you get one building of your rooms, you have one cycle or one Mercedes car or 100 Mercedes car, you have bank account 1 lakh rupees or 100 crore or 1 lakh crore rupees. Either you are sitting on the beggar chair or sitting on some top chair like Prime Minister or President or star or whatever you may be. You are sad. Sad means dead. Dead people remain sad. So when you are sad means your actions to the dead things is made by the subject, the dead. Dead are dealing with the dead things. And when you are dealing with the dead things, automatically your life becomes so sad, so disturbed, so much tenseful that you never know the root reason of your this dead things. You do not know anything why it is happening. Because in the world of your education, your knowledge, you were taught subject, the object and the action, the verb. And we said action of subject. Action of subject. What I do, the action is called what? Verb, what we understood. But where he is taking action, he is taking action on the food, he is eating. He is taking action on the juice, drinking. I go to Mumbai. So I is subject, dead is going to Mumbai. Go. Action of I. Went on the airport, caught the flight, went to Mumbai. So if dead is going to a dead place, because Mumbai is dead. If people are there inside, we say Mumbai alive. And people in the Mumbai, there is no, then what will say? It is a dead Mumbai. So it is what? The difference, the I and the Mumbai. So action between the two is the verb. So this is what we have to understand. That when the subject is dead, dealing with the dead places, dead things, automatically you will say that complete life is ruined because dead places will never give you happiness. Dead things will never give you happiness. And if you want to make life, if you want to make life place, life things, then you have to make your subject life. Because if there is dead engine, how the train will move? If there is dead engine, how the train will move? If there is a dead cockpit, how flight will take off? That's what I say to you, that main is, important is subject. Because action is taken by the subject, if subject is dead, for the things, for the places, for the persons even. Persons, which you say your relationships. I love my brother. I love my sister. I love my husband. Because you are dead, so your love is dead. You are dead, so everything is dead for you. When you are alive, everything will be life for you. So when life takes the action on the life, life is enjoyable, blissful. Blissful. So how to make my subject life, which was never taught? It was taught in the school that my I is a subject. I was informed by the teachers, this my name is I. My name is I. Name given by the parents. So the name given to this body, we thought it as I. So this I, the name which was given to the dead body by the parents to play the game in this world, they were not knowing about, they were ignorant. The teachers were not knowing about, the professors were not knowing about, because all dead people giving the dead educations. If there would have been the live teacher, there must have been the live education. That is what in the previous ages we say, where the Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Satyug, there were the Gurukuls, teacher school, live teacher school, and dead teacher school also. Dead teacher school were always there. But there were the live teacher schools also. So in the live teacher school, there were the Rama, Krishna, Guru Nanaka, Buddha, Mahavira type people came. In the dead teacher school, there were Raman, Kans, Duryodhan type people came. So now, as we are not knowing anything about the live I, almost the 99.9% schools, the teachers in the world are giving the dead education. So dead schools, dead colleges are working. So that's why all are like Ravan, Kans or Duryodhan. What were they? They were having the ego. Ego made some Ram the Ravan. Because Ravan, inside Ram is there. Inside the Kans, Krishna is sitting. Inside the Duryodhana, there is a Arjun sitting. But they did not awake themselves. They were not in the wake-up state because their teachers were dead teachers. Dead teachers gave them the education. That is what the today world, why I say the Kali Yuga, because 99.99% people in the world today are getting the dead education by the dead teachers. Dead teachers mean giving education of the body only. Earlier this was not like that. In the previous ages, it was always there. See, live teachers were always available. And when there are the students, then only school will open. If there is no student available, why the schools will be open? You look into yourself. You would like to send your children to the convent schools, to the big schools for getting them education of A, B, C, D first. Not getting them the education of their I, which is developing. You will never think of giving them education if I say to you, don't send them school up to 7 years. Let them be under me for the education of their I. You will not send. Because you will say other children will go forward. They will be advanced. They will get more percentage. Their education will be high. My children will be suffering inferior quality. So I cannot send them to your school where there is nothing like A for apple and B for C for cat and D for dog. So not to make them dog after in the life. I want to make them God in the beginning so that they should live like a God in their life, not like a dog. Because they are taught D for dog, they remain throughout in life in the same way, G for God with the I. So this is what is the problem of the dead education by the dead teachers. Because they are also not aware of the pure I. So that's why the live school teachers are not there. So live students are not there. And if at all they are the live teacher, now no one wants to send their children to the live teachers. Because we want that take the blessing from the live teachers. But never ask them to get connected to the live teacher for their lifetime. Because nowadays, the world is going through such big blast, explosive population. Not the matter. We need the live teachers now to give education to the dead people. But because our dead parents want our children to get the dead children and become the dead parents like them. As they are sad, they want their children to be sad only. And sad can only give the sadness. If our parents are sad, how can they give us the bliss? If I am beggar, how can I give something to someone? So this is what the main cycle of dead education with the dead teachers. Even the parents are dead teachers. They are not knowing about. And if at all they come to know, still they are not that much in the power. They are not so much inside to make their children blissful in their life, to let them get blessed from the God, to know about themselves first. That is what was happening in the Gurukul, what we see in the last eras. There were the good teachers, live teachers, those who were giving the live education. With the live education, only Ram, Krishna, Guru Nanaka, Buddha, Mahavir type people came. In this Yuga also you see, in this Yuga, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram Paraman, Sai, Mira, Saidullah, Socrates, Lao Tse type people had come because they had gone through the live teachers. Those that taught them the life education. Because they went into the life education, definitely they will not have the PhD degrees, they will not become doctor or officers. No, not at all. One who gets the life education in the beginning never gets the doctor or engineer or professor or minister or star. No. Because they will not be affiliated or attached to the chairs of this world, but they will get the chair in the other world, the God world. They will not get the chair here, but they will get the supreme chair. They will not get this money here, they will get the supreme money. That is what said the Param Dhan Param Pad. So these people you see, Buddha, Mahavira and all these people in this world, these godly people, were not so much educated of your dead schools, dead teacher education. They took the education from the life teachers. And with the life education, today you see where they stand and where you stand. Where you stand and where they stand. You are nowhere, no one is just coming and touching your feet. Nobody comes to kneel down in front of you. You see all the old people sitting at home. They always have thirst, somebody should come and touch the feet. And they want to bless them. They bless, be happy always, but they are not happy at all. So that all blessings are also wrong. Once they are not happy, they are not in bliss, how can they give that blessings for the happiness? They should not give it, but they are happy. Somebody touches their feet. Why the worldly people are going in front of the temples, gurdwara, mosque, churches? Why they are going to the Jain temple and all, touching that feet and going down? Why? These people had done nothing in this world. That education was not there. They had gone through the life education. In this yuga also, these people, because like you and me, were going through the dead life education as given by your parents, those who by hook or by crook sent us to the schools, even they were not having money, and they made us to go to America and somewhere to study hard, get the dead education, become dead like us. Get the dead education, become dead like us. We are sad, you should be sad. So that is what happening today, and we had been given the same education. And at certain age, at certain part of time, this Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram Paramahansa, Sai, Mira, Sahajullah, Laoje, Sukrat type people got somewhere in the struck on the way, and they came to know that this education is dead. And this dead education had made us dead. We are not at all happy. Even Buddha Mahavira saw that so much of money in their palaces, Mira saw so much money in their palace, so much respect from the outside people. But still they were not happy. Something is missing inside. And that sadness which was not going off, they went in search to know about why we are sad even we have the money. We are sitting on the chairs, good chairs, saluted by thousands and lakhs of people at that time. They came out. They came out of these palaces. Why I am talking palaces? Because everyone wants the palace. Everyone wants the chair. Everyone wants the attractions. There was nothing like shortage of anything for these Buddha, Mahavira, Mira in the palaces. But they went after search of something. And when they went for search of something, that was life education they got from the life teacher. And those who gave them the education, they were the life masters. So at certain age, a certain time of age, someone at the age of 35, someone at the age of 40, got the enlightenment. What the enlightenment is? What the enlightenment is? Enlightenment is nothing but getting the life education and getting yourself in light. Enlightenment is getting the life education, making your eye the pure eye, means going out of this dead body. Dead body education which they got had just gone away, and they had gone to the life inside the soul which is life, the light which makes this body to bright. Why this face is glowing, you know? Because inside the light is there. Inside light. There is nothing that in the body, there is some in light. When light goes off, this body becomes black, dead. We say dead. So this body is dead, and we have got the dead education. Increase your money, big houses, this thing, that thing, and if at all you are not getting anything outside, go to the temple, churches, Gurdwara, mosque and beg for these all the dead things. We were given the education by all, even the so-called spiritual people. They were not religious at all. They also asked us to beg from these gods all the dead things. So were all the Pandits, Granthis and your Maulvis, fathers even, those who were not knowing about the life, there is exception. I always say there is always 0.1% exception. But almost 99.99% religious leaders also of the world were dead. So they gave the dead education again. Come to the temple, Gurdwara, mosque and church, which was made to come to know about the life, what they were, what education they got, where they stood, how they made their subject, the eye pure, how they went with the light eye. But no one said us, but instead of that, they asked us to back. Bring that your utensil to back. Ask them if you don't have the house. Ask them if you don't get the marry. Ask them if you don't have your body fit. So we, the beggars, for the dead things, for the dead bodies, die in the dead way, and at last, when we die, light comes out and asks you why you have spent so much of amount of this light in your lifetime and could not understand that the dead body is nothing. The dead body education had made your life sad, but you never went in search of that one which will make you bliss, which can make you bliss. Even the whole world, all the stars were shining. We'll say no one in the world can say, I don't know the Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram, Paramahansa, Sai, Mira, Sahajullallah, Lauji, Sukrati. They are knowing somebody out of them. They are knowing one of them, but no one inquires what they had done that they had become God today. God today. God means saint. Saint means enlightened one. What the enlightened is, what the saint is. Saint means one who had come to know about the truth of life. That I am not dead. I am not dead body. I am that energy inside. I am the energy. I am the soul who is the traveler in this body. And light had to go back to the power station, the God, home. So when they got the light inside, they connected with the light inside this dead body which is getting lightened with the body inside the energy body. They came to know and they switched off. They switched over from this dead body to the light body. Naturally we like and love the light. We never want to stay in dark throughout. We would like to stay in light always. If you ask the option to you that whether you want the light 24 hours or the dark 24 hours, you will think of asking the light 24, not the dark 24 hours. Light sometimes goes, your life becomes so disturbed. And when there is a no dark will do, you can put bedsheet on your mouth. So this is what the light is. And but you have never thought about the light inside, and that the education of life body had never been given because life teachers are almost to the nil. 700 people around the world. 1 crore persons and one enlightened person. What is enlightened is to know about I am light, not this dark. Body is dark, dead body. So from the dead body and the dead body relationships and the dead things, what you say, bungalow, car, your relationship, your father, mother, husband, wife, all dead bodies. So when you come to the energy body, to the light body, you understand this my body and all this body will disappear one day. So let us see the game. Up to now, you are making action from this dead body. No action between the dead body and the outside things and the places and the persons. Noun which we say, noun is the name of person, place or thing. So subject, now the life is going back, becoming the observer. And dead body now plays, the instrument plays the game with the objects and things because of your desires and the old karma of last birth. And it will continue till the death means till your all the karmas of last birth are cleared. It is your last birth karma which had extended your life. Remember it. The more demands, the more life extension. The more bad karma, the more life extension. So life extension is because of your worst karma in the last birth. That's why people who go to the age of 80, 90 means they had done wrong karma in last birth, more desires they had in the previous birth. So their life extension is going to the last. So in that, when someone comes to know, definitely, if your lifespan more, you have the chance also to go back to the light body, energy body. So at any part of life, there is nothing like that format that up to 28 years only you can apply for this bank post, up to 31 only you can apply for this post. No, for till death, till the last day, even you are 80 years old, you have the chance to go to the energy body. You have the chance. There is nothing like old or young in the God home journey. God home journey is a light journey. And light does not mean that if the light is going in the 0-watt bulb or in the 1000-watt bulb. Not the problem. Light is light. Anytime you can switch over from the dark to the light. That is why it is said in the Upanishads that please get me from the dark to the light. Get me from this mortal to the immortal body. They always praise. They always ask those who are tired, not getting the way out from this dead body, from the dead relation, from the dead things. That I am attached to the dead things. My bungalow, my car, my money, my post. I am attached to my dead relationships. So one who is not getting detached from these all relationships and that all things, he shouts and cries, get me out from these dead things and dead places, dead persons. Then only light comes in when you are thirsty or hungry. In the whole of your conscious, then only the light will appear. And when light comes, dark never remains. You can never see the dark and light together. If there is a light come, dark will definitely go. You cannot catch the both together. So it is what? That you have to bring the light. You have to bring the energy. You have to bring the current which has to make this body the dead body. So once you understand that I am not this dead body, I am the energy body inside. In energy body while sitting, you become the observer. The word given in the epics, in the Bhagavad Gita and all, observer. I was the action taker, but now I am not the action taker. I am beyond the action. I am just looking into what this dead subject is doing to the dead object with the dead action in between because of my desires and karmas of old birth. But I am the observer now sitting on the energy chair and looking into the day my all last accounts of desire and karmas are over, I will go back to my power station, the Supreme God, the Supreme Energy. So this is what one has to understand. The fear, what said the fear and the vikar. Vikar is what? When you are in dead body, you are in vikar. And the dead body makes action to the dead body. The question what says, dead body makes the actions to the dead objects. So that is what when you do not know anything about your live body. So you make this God temple, make this God Gurdwara, mosque or church with full of outside world, the dead things, dead places and dead persons. So bring all your relations inside, the dead relationship, you bring all the dead places inside, America, Japan and this and that, you bring the dead thing inside your car, your bungalow and all. So inside also you make all the dead storage. So with the dead storage, when the outside dead things, dead places, dead persons come inside also become the dead storage, which you say that it is like mortuary. So in the mortuary, you cannot enjoy. So this mortuary is nothing but the vikar. When you bring all the dead things, dead places and dead person inside, it becomes vikar. When it is outside is the beauty. Outside is the beauty. And what we say vikar? The lust, anger, greed, ego and attachment. These five we say are the beauties of this body, dead body and the outside world. These five you can say the main wheels to go through this world. To go through this world as a traveler. You are traveling on these five wheels chair. And these five wheels are lust. You are born with the lust. If nothing is done, you are getting anger. And if something you get attachment. And with that, if something less, you try to get more, is the greed. And when you get enough, you become with the attachment complete, is the ego. This is mine. So these 5 men outside is not bad. To play the game, you need. Play the game, lust required. Then only one can take birth. Not bad. Complete godly entertainment given to the human being. Then the second comes, anger is must. Somebody is doing wrong, somebody is stealing something, your son is taking poison, drugs, you have to be in anger sometimes. And if there is something you need for your body, the clothes, the house, you need that. Greed. If there is no greed, you will not take any action outside, no work. And when there is something comes to you, definitely you are coming with the ego. I is required because it belongs to you. Your house is your house, your wife is your wife, your children are your children. So that when something comes, is required, attachment, some child takes birth, you need attachment to send him, to take him, grow, let him go to the elder age. You need the attachment, otherwise you cannot take care of someone. So this all is the beauty. Outside colorful world is not the world colorful other than the lust, anger, greed, ego and attachment. These 5 are the wheels for the Maya of dead body. But you are to just travel through this body. You are a traveler. So outside world is nothing, the big body, and you are this body, the small body. So small body going through the big body. And just like in a train of this body, you are moving. You are moving with this train body, with this outside world body. Just enjoy the nature, enjoy your relations, enjoy everything. But don't attach. Don't attach. When you attach to the lust, you keep on making the thoughts of lust inside. When you attach to the anger, your anger continue keeping inside, make you hot. If you are having greed inside, making you again sometimes your mind like broken head. When you are getting attachment more, you are getting somewhere annoyed that you are somebody not doing as you wish, your relations. And when you get attached to the ego, you have all what you have, your relations, your things, then you are getting sad. So all these 5, lust, anger, greed, ego and attachment are the beauties outside having no fear at all. This is a love. Love of the gods. Love of the gods. Love had created this. God energy is love. And with the energy of love, you are created. And with the energy of love, further extension of you is the anger. Extension of anger is the greed. Greed extension is attachment. Extension of attachment is the ego. So there is nothing harm in that. This is a series. So you have to just pass by, not to get attached. Like you are going in the train, you are not attached to any platform or railway station. You just keep on moving with that cup of tea or sometimes samosa or something on the way. But you are not trying to halt on some station and leaving the train. But now you have left the train many times with your attachment, lust, greed, ego and with the many birth. So this is what? Fear only comes when you are living in the dead bodies. When your subject is dead. When dead take the taste of the dead, then all the things of outside world, dead thing, dead places, dead person come inside. You see many people are weeping. So attachment to the places and attachment to the things makes you sometimes greed and anger. If you are not getting the point what you want, if you are not getting fulfill your desire, you are just angry. And when you get it, you get attached to it. And when you get it, you want more to it, the greedy comes. And when it goes inside, not the problem, what you want the more. But when you attach to something, weeps, you become sad for something, it becomes the vikar inside, that beauty becomes ugly. So that ugly because all dead things, all dead places and dead person goes inside, which makes you anger, greed, ego and attachment and lusty. So these 5 vikars are only making you in sad mode and fearful when this all goes inside. All these beauties go inside. When it is outside and you are sitting on the energy chair inside, enlightened soul. Inside, when you sit on the energy soul, that time you are the observer. When you are the observer, what the fear is? Like you are looking in the movie, in your theater, Shah Rukh Khan had the gun in the hand, killing so many people with the gun. You are not bothered about, because gun is just, he is shooting the others. You are observer. Likewise, when your body do anything with the outside object, you are the observer. You are not bothered about. So this action of the dead body to the dead subject, when it is going on, dead subject to the dead object, that time when become the observer sitting on the energy chair, these all because the fear goes off. When all the dead thing comes inside, you are fearful. When you are on the energy body, anything happening to the body, anything happening on the body, anything happening outside, you are not bothered about, because you have come to know this is going to be dark once I withdraw, and I am not this dead body, I am the energy soul which will withdraw from this body, and this body is playing the role. Whatever role is there, it is all of the previous births, my karma and desires. And one day when I die, when this body die, I will not die, because I have withdrawn from this dead body. I have broken the friendship with this dead body. I have broken all the relationship with this dead body. So that time, there is nothing like fear, because all fears are connected to the dead body. There is nothing like fear when you are going to the enlightened, that light, the energy. So that you have to understand. And reaching to the light energy, the fear always goes off. There is nothing like fear. Fear is connected with the body. Then further it is asked in the question, is fear of God good or bad? What the fear of God, good or bad? Definitely, if you know the story, if you come to understand all the written in the epics of Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram Paramahansa, Sai, Mira, Sahajullah, Laoje, Socrates and Krishna, whatever books it is written, if you go and search those books and read those books, it is always written there that if you live with the fear, if you live with the fear inside, it means you are not going to teach the God home. Inside fear, no fear, but the fearless state. When the fearless state comes inside, then only the God appears. Otherwise, if you say, is fear of God good or bad? Even you have the fear of God, then also you are not getting to the track. Because God is not at your side. Unless God comes at your side, the living God, then only you will have the fear, because He will make you to get to the right track. Now you know everything, that if I do wrong, I will have the results of my bad karma. But you are not feared of it. So fear of God is that if you are traveling in this dead body to the dead things in your lifetime, you are going to be dead for 84 lakh birth. So this is not the fear, this is the result, whether you fear or not. If I know I go in front of the running bus, if I jump in front of the running train from the bridge, I don't have to think about, I will get cut. Definitely. So, and you say that I am moving on the road and I should be feared if I am going in front of the bus, then bus will just go over me. So this is not that. It is a correct fear. Because if you are moving on the road, crossing the road, you have to be attentive. Otherwise, no, the fear of death will come. So this is not wrong. Likewise, what the journey you are traveling in this human body, which is created by the God, outside world created by the God. So God has said, if you are moving like this, because the invisible result of it is that you will be going to the 84 lakh death and birth cycle. So you take it as fear or whatever, but you are not getting fear of it, because this is not the immediate return. If you just jump in front of the bus, you will die. You know it. You know the result. You are not having any doubt over it. But you have the doubts of living with the dead body, with the dead eye. You are not going to get into the 84 lakh birth and death cycle. You are not feared of because you think it's the doubtful. But you have to be in the connection with all these godly people. Those have said there is 84 lakh birth and death cycle. So when you live in the dead body with the dead places, dead subject and dead objects, then you are getting into the 84 lakh birth and death cycle. Whether you have a fear or not does not matter, but you are going to get it as per your karma. That is all written by the godly people. Godly people means those who have searched and went into the light, living this dark, living this dead body, they have gone into the soul. And they have said all this, that there is going to be a havoc for you after the death if you don't understand. So better if you have the fear of God is, if not living the life happily and relaxfully, you are going to be in the hell for 84 lakh birth. So next you have to understand that this is what I am doing, is it right or wrong? So next it is said in the question, is an enlightened soul sent afraid of God? No. Enlightened means light. Enlightened means light. When somebody comes to the light, dark disappears. So when in light and soul, saint means who has dissolved himself in God. Sant means one who has dissolved himself in God. In other words, who is God in life form. Afraid of God. No, God cannot be afraid of God. How the one can be afraid of oneself? We are afraid of others, not of oneself. See, we are sleeping, not the problem. We are afraid of others. If somebody comes, that's why lock the door and everything. So how the God will be afraid of God? Enlightened soul saint means he is as God. He is as God. So God cannot be afraid of God. So this is you who had not reached to the level of Godism. Godism means not reached to the life body and living in the dead body, having all dead activities, and at last dying in the dead body. Then life will not be bliss. That life will be disturbed. And disturbed for 84 lakh birth and death cycles. So this is what you have to understand. Your aim, your ambition of your human being is to be enlightened. Enlightenment is the main aim of your human being. Unless you are enlightened, your life is in vain. Whatever you achieve in your life will remain here, as everything is dead. Your houses, your properties, your cars, your money, your body, even your relations, all are dead. So dead will remain here, and one which is life will go upward. So that life, if you have not met with, at last it will be like somebody else. The light you do not know is you. As the child in the beginning, when at the time of birth, if he is given to someone to brought up, then do you know that after 10, 20 years, will he recognize his original mother or father? No. Even they come in front of him or her, they will not recognize. So that is what will happen at the death. When your original form comes in front of you, you will not be able to recognize unless one tells you. So that one has to convince you. Otherwise you say, I live in this dead body. What you are talking about this? That's why the saints gives you all the education in the beginning itself when you meet him, so that you should not be surprised when you get the something special. Don't get surprised, because life body had the complete surprise. So it is you who have to decide that I want to get to the enlightened place or not. Because one who is enlightened is in the light, and light never have any fear of the dark. Never have any fear of the dark. Fear of dark is for the dead bodies. Those who sits and enlightened means sitting on the light body can never be in the disturbances. So you have to decide yourself where you want to take your life. Still there is a time, I tell you. There is a time, otherwise you will be no more in this dead world. One day you are going to die, and death will make every end to your life, that procedure of getting to the God home. Because this is the life body, if you know now, you can still switch over. If the life parents of the one whose son was given at the time of birth can make him understand, telling about everything, and one can even jump to the original parents. As you see sometimes, some children are taken in the beginning at birth by someone, but in the later time, when they grow up, they still have little attachment with their parents, because when they come to know from their parent that they are the actually original one and we are the one who have brought you up. So one knows, so that who had been brought up can make love with the original parents one day. There is a possibility. So once you come to know about your life body inside, the energy body inside, you may jump from this dead body to the life body. And life body is your original shelter. Now life body is original carrier. The life body is original face. These all outside faces are duplicate. This will get burnt with your death, will get buried with your death. So it is better, before the death of this body, you should understand that one who is glowing this body, that the glow is coming from inside the light. And when you are with the light, there is no danger, no fear at all. So once you understand that I have gone to the wrong track, I have to come to the right track, you have to take the U-turn. So better you take U-turn before you get somewhere in the dead state of mind where you will not be able to know about your life energy body. And then you will weep, weep and weep. Whoever you are in this world, let the whole world salute you. Let you be the honorable person on this earth. Let it be the richest man on this earth. Let it the beauty face of this earth. At last you will weep if you do not know the life body inside and you are not switching over from this dead body to the life body. Then nothing can be done at last. So it is now, here, if you want to move on, move on. Move on from the dead body to the life body. Move on from the dark to the light. The moment you reach the light completely, you are enlightened. That enlightened means remaining bliss in all the states. Enlightened means leaving the dead bodies behind, dead things, dead relationship behind, and becoming the observer of everything. Enlightened means who had come to know, I had come here for many times and many children, many parents, many husband, many wife are with me. So one who goes beyond, so that one who goes beyond this dead body, gets connected to the life body, he can only make his life blissful. His life is blissful only when one connects with the life energy, the soul energy. And there your life, when connected with the life body, life energy, there will be no fear at all. For the God is very loving. It is you who fears because of your old karmas. But the God makes you the life energy. God makes you the complete life energy body, and then life energy body, you are with the God himself. God is connected with the life energy body, and this life energy body makes you bliss all the time, making all those comes in contact with you, the life, and that life who becomes the disciple. What we know, Angad Mardana with Guru Nanak, John Matthew Mark with Jesus, and Saripul Mughlan Mahakashyap with Buddha, Gautam with Mahavira, and so on. So now you have to understand in complete that your life is going to be renewed. You can take U-turn. You can go beyond these dead relationships, dead places and dead things. Nothing in the world is going to make you bliss, because dead can never make bliss. And what you have taken inside the dead things, dead places, dead person is mortuary, where there is not only the dead persons but also the dead places, dead things. You see, you weep sometimes for some places, visa, forget. The whole world is America, the whole world is India, forget. This is all the division between the earth. God had not divided anything. It is you who had divided. We all are one. Once you become one, you are the godly person. Once you can enjoy everywhere on this earth in the same manner, then only you are the godly person. Godly person enjoys everywhere, wherever he or she is. Those who are giving space, distance, difference between two, get annoyed somewhere and happy somewhere, is not the godly person. So it is better, God had given you an opportunity to come to the live master school and get the live education, to get connected with the live body, so that the dead body and dead places, dead things, dead persons outside in the world, you become the observer of these games, and then only you can go ahead from this dead world to the live world. Live world is God home, where Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Meera, Sahajo, Lalla, Laozi, Sukrat, all are waiting for you. I am telling you the perfect and the 100% truth. Because you never understood what that epics you had with you. If you love Krishna, you should understand the Gita. Outside just going somewhere will not make you somebody in the live body. So your gods also you had made dead. Gods are not dead. You are dead. Dead people see the dead gods. Live people see the live gods. So it is you who have to open his eye. Look into the all epics. If you are loving Krishna, look into the Gita. If you love Rama, look into the guidelines of Rama, what he is saying. If you are sick, going to the Guru Granth Sahib, see that live, what is written there. Otherwise, just going into Gurdwaras, temple, churches, and you think that you will meet the live Krishna, live Rama, live Guru Nanak, live Jesus, live Muhammad. No. Because you had made your God dead. So dead people makes the God dead. Live people makes the God dead. God also alive. That's why Ram Paramahansa made the dead idol of Ma Kali also alive. Because live people have that energy inside which can make the whole world alive. So this is what the energy expansion to the saturation is God. Energy expansion to the saturation is God. As you know, old time, now when we were in the childhood, when light was going, how it was happening sometimes, you must have seen the bulb. Bulb was going dim, at last very dim, and at last dark. This is what you see in mercury bulbs, how the light is going to the dark last. So the last is also the end of energy. Dark also is the part of energy. Dark is the beginning. Dark is the beginning. Maya is the beginning. And end is the God, the perfect light. When light comes in full form is God. That is called enlightenment. When light goes to the bottommost, the last is the dark. So dark is also the light. One who can enjoy the light can enjoy the dark also in the same way. So that's why we say one who lives in the live body can only enjoy this dead body and dead thing, dead places. One who is the dead body cannot enjoy the dead places, dead things and dead persons. So one live person can enjoy the live relationships. One live person can enjoy the live things. One live person can enjoy the live places. But the dead person never enjoys. Because dark is also the last dot of that light coming from the God, and from here it is a beginning from dark to light. You have to go back to the complete light, the God home, enlightened. From enlightened you have come to the extreme edge, last, the dark. Dark is dead body. So dead is dark. So dark is also the last edge. From the last edge to the topmost, you are enlightened. So like the bulb going to the dim state, then when light comes to the mercury bulb, you see light is glowing and full. You must have seen on the streets how the light is coming. So this is what one had to understand before the death. What is death? That when the life energy makes you this glowing of the face just dull, dead, black. So before you withdraw from this body, get up and take your back home to the complete light. Before that light comes off, take the way from its light to the complete light. This is only the last dot light which is making up the dark body light. That's why we say the soul is the one part of 10 lakh of your one hair. So that the extreme dark is giving this body so light. And when it reaches the topmost, the last, the God home, the enlightened one, you see, it is like the complete world is getting light through you. You are in the complete extension in the body, but in the body you have the limitation. The moment body disappears, you are connecting with the light. Rays goes to the sun. You are going back to your original form, the God. You are the God then. There is nothing other than you, the God. So when you are the God in body, nothing like vikar or nothing like fear. And what like fear? One who is enlightened, what fear? Fear is for the dead body people, not for the godly people, for the enlightened one. Because they always keeps everything of this dead body as just a dark. So they are not having any fear of anything, only because the Maya give you jumps. When the body comes near the fire, body will come back. But within 5 minutes you will see, let the body burn. There is nothing like shouting or crying. This is what the life is of the dark to the enlightened one. So let us come back to the state of enlightened and get your journey completed to the God home and have your this life success this time, so that not to come in the birth and death cycle again, to have all this sadness of the life.